Hey, what's up and welcome everyone to a new Warzone video, and better yet, a new season of Warzone. With the new season of Warzone comes new map changes, new operators, new weapons, even new ground loot, and we're going to be discussing all of that today. In fact, a Call of Duty developer update was released about an hour ago, and we're going to be discussing some of that as well as some of the hidden Easter eggs they hid inside of there. Ladies and gentlemen, these Warzone season updates are an amazing opportunity to get new members of the community. If you enjoy the value I provided to you in the Warzone Academy series, make sure to drop a like on today's video because it provides so much of an impact with reaching this out to new people. If you are new here, we're almost at 400,000 subscribers, so consider dropping a subscription because I put a lot of value in today's video, and I'm going to provide a lot of Warzone value to your life here in the future. Now, in the background, you're going to see some gameplay of me playing double sniper with the Kar 98 and the Tundra. This was a challenge put on by the community, and then I'm going to be putting on the patch notes on top of that. So you got banger gameplay and all the information you're here to see. Now, this gameplay in the background is made possible by technology in-game, and actually the sponsor of today's video, and that is Nvidia and Nvidia Reflex. Nvidia Reflex is a setting you can change in-game, and it's a proprietary software that allows you to lower system latency. Now, system latency is basically the amount of time it takes from when you put in an input, like clicking a mouse, to when it's actually displayed on the screen. We all feel the impacts of network latency, and when we feel a higher ping and how it's affecting our game, but we actually have latency built into our system that we can fix through a very simple graphics setting in-game. Shout out to Nvidia and Nvidia Reflex because this technology allows you to get more accurate flick shots, track enemies easier, and even mitigate things like Peeker's advantage because of Nvidia Reflex technology. So big shout out to Nvidia for sponsoring today's video, and Aorus as well for sponsoring today's video. It's a privilege to be working with them. But without further ado, let's talk about everything coming to Season 2 in Warzone. So, one thing we can address real quickly is something that happened yesterday. We got some more information about this, and I'll just briefly go over it. Yesterday, we had some information about things coming to basically the Battle Pass and the season roadmap. So, we have 4 new operators coming to Warzone, and they are Naga, who is going to be the first one and the final character in the Battle Pass operator. We have Maxis, who's also coming as well, but that's going to be later on in the season. Wolf, once again, will be later on in the season. And then Rivas later on in the season. I'm not going to waste a whole bunch of time talking about these guys' lore or the campaign. We're mostly focused on Warzone here, so if you appreciate that, drop a sub. I'm not going to waste your time on this. We do have 6 new weapons. Some of the new weapons we know that are coming are the Farah 83 assault rifle. This is basically the Galil. We have the LC-10 SMG that's going to be coming as well. I'm going to be doing reviews of all these weapons max level on this channel. We have the machete, but that's coming later in the season. It's a melee weapon. The E-Tool, which is also a melee weapon. We have the R1 Shadow Hunter, which is a special weapon. It's going to be basically a crossbow. And then finally, what I'm super excited about, the ZRG 20mm Sniper. Now, there's a lot of things happening on the Cold War side, including things like the new Zombies Outbreak mode. I'm not going to be covering this on this channel. This is specifically a Warzone channel. You're going to have a whole bunch of new maps as well, some new modes. We may see some of this leaking out into the Warzone side, but for now, this is really all I'm going to be focused on is the new operators and weapons because that will be coming to Warzone. Now, a large update is coming tonight. That's where we're going to see a large portion of this content coming in. But if you are catching this video after the fact, make sure to stay around because we are going to have a whole bunch of things coming mid-season, and we're going to be talking about those leaks here in a moment. But the update is expected to come tonight in between 9 and 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So it's going to be coming late tonight. If you're on the East Coast, it might be coming at midnight or later, but expect it sometime between 9 and 11 PST. Now, what about the size? The size of the Cold War updates, if you're on PlayStation 5, actually, I'm just going to leave this here. If you're only on Cold War, focus on these times right here. If you're only on Warzone, focus on these update sizes right down here. So what can we expect from this large download file? We already know that we're going to be seeing the new operators, the new maps, the new guns like we've been talking about here, but what about Warzone specifically? Well, fortunately, they just released a Warzone update, and we're going to be talking about that right here. So one of the first things they talk about is the Vodianoy ship. This is the ship that we see outside of Warzone right now across the shoreline. You'll see a dark storm cloud hovering over it. We now have some information about what to expect for this ship.
1984, and the Vodianoy ship has just left Rebirth Island with some precious cargo. Unfortunately for the captain and its crew, it'll never reach its final destination. It'll be gone, lost at sea for 37 years, until one day it appears, crashing into Verdansk. What it brought with it? Well, some new friends.
So, That's something. One, the ship is going to crash on Verdansk. We're going to talk about where specifically here in a moment. And we're also going to talk about some lore here in a moment of the Vodianoy, what the name of the ship means and what that's going to mean for players in Warzone. But the fact that it says new friends, I'm also thinking, and based off of some Warzone leaked calling cards, that means we're going to have zombies inside of Warzone. I don't know if this means a specific, like, rule set or a specific, you know, matchmaking queue that we have to go into. But we've seen in the past, like we did in Call of Duty Blackout, Call of Duty Battle Royales have included zombies in the map. And based off of these leaked calling cards about killing zombies in Warzone, I think we're going to have zombies across the map. We're going to talk about that more here in a moment. So where is this giant ship going to appear on the map? Right now it's over behind Promenade, but it sounds like actually it's going to end up on the other side of the map.
So we have this new location at the launch of Season 2. It's right between the Gulag and the port. It's a location that is close quarters. It's tight. There's multiple elevations. You need to keep your head on a swivel, but hopefully you go there, you get those rewards and get out.
So it sounds like the ship is going to crash in between the Gulag or the prison and port and kind of that big ravine open area. That's going to be the spot where the ship lands. However, that's not going to be the only change to the map. It sounds like there's going to be a lot of changes coming to the map and some hidden areas. So we're expecting bunkers to be opened up and also some secret spots that we'll point out here in a moment.
We also have something that we've teased since the beginning of Verdansk. We're finally opening them up to the users to allow them go in there and explore, start to unravel some of the story, some of the mystery around this island. So we're finally opening up these areas and we're excited to see what fans do with it.
So what I'm expecting from this is some of the bunkers that beforehand we haven't been able to open with either key cards or passcodes, and some of the bunkers have had locked walls behind them. I'm expecting those to open up even further. But obviously this is all very intentional. But as they talk through some of this, you can see some things happening in the background of these scenes. And I feel like there's more things happening than they're leading on to, but that's what I'm here for. You notice these relics that are all across the map. You have one of them outside of military base, and you also, so like the big statue looking relics, they almost look like Halo relics. You can see now there is a rappel right here. And I'm thinking these are going to open up, as you see here, both not only here, but there's also one outside of the construction on the very southwest portion of the map over by Promenade, over by the construction area. It looks like those now are opened up. You can rappel down, and there's going to be bunkers to fight down below there. You can see another example of it right here. This actually is that area of the map. There's the construction. There's train station. Downtown's way off in the distance. These Promenade. These structures are now going to open up. You can rappel down and fight in those areas. And on top of that, we also are going to have some new modes coming into Warzone. We can find out more about them right here.
Coming launch week is a brand new limited time mode that we have that's called Resurgence Extreme. What makes it so extreme is that we're more than doubling the number of players that come into the map here. You thought that playing Resurgence was action-packed, high combat before. Wait till you have twice as many people in there. It's really incredible. You're going to be in combat pretty consistently. There's no hiding out. There's no place that's safe there. So another game mode that we have in season is called Exfiltration. So what's really cool about this is we've implemented an alternate way to win the game. So rather than just take out all the enemies and combatants there, if you find this radio and you hold on to it for a certain amount of time, you can call in an exfil, win the game, and get out of the map before everyone else.
So it sounds like they got two new modes coming into Warzone. I'm sure they're going to add more as well, but one of them is beefing up the number of players in Resurgence. So it's going to be double the number of players. It's going to be absolute chaos. I always thought those maps died out a little bit too soon. That's going to make it awesome. And then the other one, I'm not sure if this is a contract or if this is a specific mode, but it's Extraction, where you can hold on to something for long enough. I'm guessing it's going to be like a Most Wanted, but even more intense. And you can extract via a helicopter and win the game that way, as opposed to just winning via killing, which could be fun for a lot of players. I'm glad they have new options for players to win. And then we finally get one more teaser about things to come, and this is where we're going to start to get along with some of the Easter eggs. But listen to what he says here.
We have so many things planned throughout this season here. It's going to culminate in an amazing experience towards the end of the season.
So the update is coming tonight on February 24th, technically February 25th for most people, and it's going to bring a lot of things coming into the game. But as with some of the Easter eggs that you had already seen me pointing out, There are also some other things that are happening deep into the season of Warzone that we've got some predictions on, courtesy of Modern Warzone. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are enjoying this video, if you're enjoying this kind of like pixel perfect with me picking out everything happening within this trailer, make sure once again drop a like on this video. If you are new here and you learned something, you're excited about some of the things I've picked out, please drop a subscription. It means the world to me. But without further ado, let's talk about some of the things that Modern Warzone has picked out. Now, Modern Warzone has an incredible site. He is the guy that, if you've heard anything about Warzone leaks, Warzone Easter eggs, he is your man to go to. So he created this entire article talking about all these things coming to Warzone, but he has a nice little thing at the end. Too long, didn't read. The 10 points of things happening. So, the Vodianoy suffers from a zombie outbreak. In some of the previous Warzone Easter eggs, it talked about how things were happening within Warzone, and the captains of the Vodianoy were saying, hey, we're transporting Captain Rosenthal speaking, Russian ship Vodianoy, something happened. We're transporting strange biological material. What have we done? There was an infection outbreak. I'm afraid we won't be able to contain it. The message ends there, and the crews start to scream in a clear struggle. So what happened? Well, obviously, with some new threats, new friends coming to Warzone, with zombies being a part of everything, and then you combine Nova 6 with the possible aether material they were transporting, I think we're going to have some zombies, but some even more ominous things happening to Warzone as well. So the ship is going to crash land near port. That's already been confirmed. The storm will no longer follow the ship, but will actually push further on, but it will seek out a new source to feed off of. Now, the source could be the dam, and the reason they're thinking this is the name of the Vodianoy. Now, the Vodianoy, this is actually getting really deep, so put on your tinfoil hats, but it all makes way too much sense. Is the Vodianoy gets a Slavic name from Russian mythology. Now, what the mythology says is when angered, the Vodianoy breaks dams. There's a giant dam inside of Warzone. It breaks dams, washes down watermills, and drowns people and animals. In the Russian north, it is believed that the Vodianoys have a ruler of their own. Their ruler is described as an old man who rises to the sky sitting on a black cloud and creates new rivers and lakes. That just sounds all too familiar. We have a black, ominous cloud floating over Warzone right now above the ship, but when the ship crash lands, Vodianoy may be angered, and we have a giant dam. There could be there's been some suspicious activity happening at the dam anyways. Combine all that together, we may have the dam that gets absolutely crushed and wipes all of Warzone in Verdansk as we know it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to link this article. There's a lot here to talk about with the Easter eggs happening in Warzone. Modern Warzone does a fantastic job. Make sure you follow their site and their Twitter. I'll have both of them linked in the description. He's a personal friend of mine, and he does this research. None of this is data mine stuff. This is all just Easter eggs that we're talking about in-game. But ladies and gents, that wraps up everything we know about Warzone so far coming to Season 2. We know about all the operators, the skins, the guns. Now on top of some Easter eggs and some research, it seems like we're going to have some changes happening in the bunkers, changes happening at those relics across the map, and then, of course, more things to happen that we don't even know about. So if you're excited for Season 2, make sure to drop a like on this video, subscribe, because we're going to have all of the new videos coming. We're going to get all the weapons max level as soon as possible and let you know if it fits into the Warzone meta. I'm super excited for this season. I'm going to be streaming it live tonight on Twitch. So if you want to see it first, I've got gigabit internet. I'm going to be downloading this thing ASAP. If you want to share that experience with me, make sure to follow me over on Twitch as well. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and thank you again to Nvidia and Aorus for sponsoring it. And I will see you all a lot in the coming weeks. We're going to be cranking out a lot of videos. Enjoy. Literally half these guys are just walking to their next or running to their next rotation and getting slapped. I see those comments all the time on some of my videos, like, oh, look at that guy, he didn't even shoot back. And I like slide cancel, quick scope someone, headshot. And like, he didn't even shoot back. Brother, I headshot him. He can't shoot back. Ooh, I don't like that truck right there. He's going back for it. There's no way whoever owns that truck doesn't go back for it. Yep. See, it's just
I'll drive.
Game sense, baby. Game sense. Whoa. Come on. Come on. There's a guy that was pre-aiming me in that window. There was a lens glare, and then it just stopped, probably because I teleported.
I'll drive. I got the wheel. I'm driving.
Peek me. Bonk.
Final deployment is fueling up now. Get this done. Sharpish.
I'll drive.
Gas is inbound. Marking the safe zone.
Dude, peek me.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
I'll drive.
Do you like that guy? Not a bot. Rose-skinned. Jump chowing every corner.
Got the wheel.
I don't know what to buy, though. Maybe like an airstrike? Because I don't think I can go down there and make it back up. I can. Oh, it's gotta hurry.
Gas is closing in.
Oh. Okay. UAV and then an airstrike. Please don't snipe me. Please don't. Please don't. Be nice.
We got recon online.
UAV entering the zone.
This game.
Five remain. Stay sharp.
That was literally the easiest win of my life. I have a truck on the high ground with a trophy. And then the second that my trophy disappears, you hear.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Gas is inbound.
Only bad thing is I can't put a lot of damage into that truck to break it. Three people left. One of them's back here. And then one's there. I got an airstrike, though. I got an airstrike.
Target area is marked. Send it.
This is Striker 3-1, good copy. Strike in.
Big brain, big brain, big brain.
Relocating the safe zone.
Yes. Truck went down the hill.
No hits on that run.
Oh my god, you hit those.
moving in.
Watch out!
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Got gas moving in.
Oh my gosh. I die here unless it pulls to me. The gas mask animation.
Gas is moving in. Safe zone located.
Oh my goodness,
Only 5
dude.
remain. We'll secure the win next time. Lost that one, but we'll come back stronger next time.
What a game. What a game. The gas mask animation, man. I'm just about to get that. What a good game. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, if you're just hitting straight headshots on people, like, they're not going to be a sweaty game. But, like, I've got this guy that's playing for the truck, that's playing for me. He's got stuns. Like, GG's, you know?